Hey kids, very good evening. This is Sundar Ravindranathan here. Hey guys, what's up? Let me see who are all in this session. So we are, marching towards part 3 of the Delhi Sultans today. Yep. Okay, so hi Ranjit, hello Shava, Geeta Reddy, Alone Girl. Lovely, lovely guys, lovely to see so many of you. Hi. Hello Sanjeev, Rimila, Aditya, Jagtap, Gayatri, Shivaji. Wow. Adyasha, Trivikram, welcome back. Vinita, Austin, Tripathi, Srivatsa. Superb guys. So many of you guys. Lovely to see so many of you in this session. Guys, once again, welcome to this part 3 of the Delhi Sultan session. Okay, what are we going to do? Today we will have a closer look at two things. One, the administration, okay, and the consolidation of lands, how they consolidated. We started yesterday. Today we'll go a little deeper, one level deeper. Now, along with that, what else are we going to deal with? Something that is very interesting will be, we will deal with how these Tughlaqs, right, were handling. What was their style of administration, right? And along with that, a very, very exhaustive look at the Tughlaqs we will see today. Khiljis and Tughlaqs, to be frank. Okay, Khiljis and Tughlaqs. We will have Alauddin Khilji was there and Muhammad Tughlaq was there, right? Khiljis and Tughlaqs we will have a very, very closer look at. And apart from that, we will also see certain aspects of how they started expanding. Okay, who came to South India and what kind of expansion was happening. All right, so the territorial, as we call it, right, expansion is also something that we will see today. Okay, it's going to be very interesting and fun, guys. So be all ready and geared up. Okay, all right, I think we should start. Hi, hello Aditya. Okay kids, hold on a second. Lovely guys, you will have tons of information to remember today, so I want you to pay attention, and then that is when you would be able to answer the quiz today. I am giving you a disclaimer right away. Okay, let us see. Hi Tanmay, welcome Shukla. Okay guys, moving on. Vedantu, Young Wonders, guys, we are going past, we have already gone past before just a couple of days. We have gone past 2 lakh subscribers. And now you know what, we are already 6,000 subscribers more than what we were just 2 days ago. We are growing beautifully, and all kudos to you, all credits to you. You guys are, trust me, you are super special because you are sticking on to a platform which truly believes you guys are special. Okay, right. So guys, one more thing, people whoever are new, if you want to know who are Vedantu Young Wonders, we deal with 6th, 7th and 8th grade students, and we help them academically with live sessions with quiz. Every session will be live and a quiz. And not just that, we got you covered. When we say live session and a quiz, we got you covered for mathematics, social, science and English grammar. Complete your syllabus we will be handling on a daily basis. So that means when you come to our channel, every day you will find sessions happening with these. All the 3 grades. Okay, lovely, isn't it? And non-academically, we just don't stop there alone. Non-academically, we stuff you with tons of knowledge. There is a series called How Does It Work, where we speak about daily utilities like air conditioners, pressure cookers, fitness bands, pressure barrel, the pressure monitors. How do they work? All these small utilities, how do they work? That will enhance your knowledge, is it not? This series we are running, and spell bee contests on Sundays. Along with that, we also do a beautiful spoken English series as well. So great place to be, guys. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. All right. Okay, moving on. Guys, Vedantu's best subscription, we call it as Vedantu Pro. That is coming to you guys at a massive discount. And what is the speciality? Why should I speak about this now? Because this discount we have not given at any point in time any earlier. Number one. Number two, some features of the discounts are just simply amazing. One, let me tell you, unlimited live sessions, unlimited doubt solving. If you have a doubt on a specific chapter, micro courses are there for you to learn, learn from the best of teachers those specific topic where you have doubt alone and get them cleared. And beautiful notes, tests, assignments, guaranteed score improvement. It's a lovely subscription. People who are looking for some, this is the subscription that I would say. Note down this link or just take a pic, or you can come back once the session is over, look at this link and enroll yourself. Once you click on that link, the bottom one is my teacher code SR Pro. Alright, so once you click on the link, it will ask you for your grade. Click on your grade and it will click on get subscription. How many months would you want to study? 1, 3, 6. Choose that. 6 subjects, guys. 6 subjects, 2,600 rupees. It is like 380 rupees roughly for one subject. 380 rupees is something which you can't get any place now. Okay, make use of it and put that coupon code there so that you are able to get the discounts. SRPRO. Getting it? Okay, so once you subscribe, live sessions from India's best teachers and everything is in sync with your curriculum. Clear? Okay. All right, kids. Lovely. Hi, Shubham. Welcome back. Okay, guys. So now what are we going to deal with today with respect to Delhi Sultans regarding the Khiljis and Tughlaqs administration and consolidation of lands, how they were maintaining that. This one, who were appointed to maintain the financials, everything we'll look at. And second, what is the style of administration of these two people, Khiljis and Tughlaqs. Very exhaustive study we will do today and I want you guys to be on your toes and understand them. Third is, so 13th century is when, early 13th century is when the Delhi Sultanate started evolving and developing. So what happened to them in the 15th and 16th centuries? These are the three things with which we will be dealing with today. Clear? Kids, now starting with administration and consolidation. Remember this point 1, to take care of the, to protect themselves and their region, Khilji as well as Tughlaqs, they appointed military commanders. And these military commanders were given official positions as bureaucrats. They are governors of territories of different sizes. Okay. So the military commanders were appointed as what? They were given the position of bureaucrats, officials, government officials. Okay. Now these lands, all right, which every military commander was handling, they were called as iktas. Ikta. Got it? So they were called ikta, and the holder, whoever was owning that land, all right, handling that land, they were called iktadars. Iktadar. Okay. The other name for iktadar is mukti. Mukti. Okay. So now remember, the lands were called ikta. People who were owning that, handling that iktas, they were called as iktadars or muktis. Now you know what is ikta, what is iktadar, what is mukti. Clear? Now, what is the duty of these people? Right? The military commanders or people who who are handling those muktis, all right, the iktas as you call it. So the duty of the muktis was to protect that area, to lead military campaigns, maintain law and order, protect that area. That was the job of the muktis. Okay, right. This is what we are just dealing with, my dear Pratham. Ikta is the system where a military commander was appointed. They were appointed to take care of the regions of different sizes, and they ran military campaigns. Okay, and their job was to protect those lands, maintain law and order in that region. Simple. Okay, they were like governors, as I just told you. Now, for that, these muktis, as we call it, they collected revenues for that land, and that is their salary. Okay, whatever the military commanders were taking care of the lands, right? They had their own small armies which they had to take care. And where did they get money to pay salaries for themselves and their armies? They collected revenue from those lands. And that is how that revenue became the salary part. Clear? Okay, hi Srishti. Hello Rahul Seth. What is your question? Mukti is nothing but, see, a military commander, right? Yes, a military commander has, they had this small lands, right? They are appointed to take care of small lands. These lands are called iktas, and the people who are handling those commandos, they were called iktadar or mukti. Clear now, my dear Rahul? Subhash, are you clear? Guys, is everyone clear till this? What is iktas, what is iktadar, what is mukti? All of you, give me a yo quickly. Ashish, it is very simple. People who were appointed, they were alright to maintain that land, they were called as iktadar or muktis. Okay. Come on, give me a yo if everyone is clear. Superb. Awesome. Now, so they got revenue by collecting, right, tax for the land. Collected revenue as their salary from that land. So that is how they paid soldiers also from that revenue. Now moving on. So guys, accountants, because there is a lot of money, right? A lot of money flowing in. Accountants were appointed by the state, that is the rulers, to check how much amount, right, is being collected by these muktis. So at the top level, the state has appointed accountants to see how much revenue is coming to them. They are taking salary for themselves and they're paying their soldiers. But how much is coming is also something that the state level, they do it. And mukti's job was to collect the taxes as prescribed by the state. So it is like how we have our state and central government, right? Similar to that. So here the state is at the top and the muktis were at the next level. Muktis collect taxes and give it to the state, and they don't give everything. They pay the, they take a part of the revenue for salary and for to pay their soldiers. Okay. Arsh? No, Arsh. Did muktis collect revenues from iktas? Absolutely yes, Biju. You are getting it right. Bang on. Okay. Mukti, another name for mukti is iktadar, nirja. Mukti, iktadar, both are same. Clear? Okay, super. Who is that? Subhash. Many more happy returns, beta. May God bless you. Hi Rahul, just now I said. Now coming back, just a quick look at what kind of changes Alauddin Khalji brought in. Point number one, every land was measured and assessed, assessed and with the revenue. This much land is there, this much revenue. It is like taking a census. How much land, what land is there, where is it, who is handling it, how much revenue is coming. So they brought the assessment and collection of land revenue. Complete control was brought under when Alauddin Khalji was handling. Number one. Number two, people who are locally handling, right, that land, the rights of the local chieftains. Chieftains are nothing but people who are owning it. To levy taxes, they were cancelled. They were not allowed to levy taxes and they were also forced to pay taxes. Oh my God, look at that. The rights of local chieftains were totally cancelled. Okay. They cannot levy taxes and they have to pay taxes for the state. Sultans, administrators measured the land. I already told about it. They measured the land and kept complete accounts. 4. Types of taxes. Whenever an agricultural cultivation is done, immediately they go take 50% of the peasants' produce. How sad is this? The moment they complete, they do the harvesting, the cultivation is over, the state officials, they will go take 50% of the produce. Okay. This is just to take control, and it is so sad and dominant, arrogant. 5. Okay, tax was there on cattle, tax was there on houses. 3 types of taxes, one on cultivation 50%, 2 on cattle whatever they had, 3 on houses. So what are the 3 types of taxes? Cultivation, cattle, houses. CCH. Clear? Okay, lovely. Raja Prajash. See here, if I am the ruler, I am the state, I want to know how much land is there under me. And for people who are having that, working on that land, who are owning that land, how much revenue are they paying? I created an assessment system to accurately have data or records on how much land is there, how much money is coming. This is the first point. Clear? Super. Okay kids, large parts of the subcontinent were not under the control of Delhi Sultans. Even if you look at till the end, the Delhi Sultan did not have a very huge territorial invasion. Okay, so difficult, they again felt it difficult sitting from Delhi. They were not able to control 2 areas. One is South India, the other is Bengal. So Bengal and South India, they found it very difficult to control sitting from Delhi, because the distance is too much. Third, okay, with time, slowly you find that the local chieftains, small rulers you call it, right, they started establishing their rules. They became a bit more powerful. These are problems that the Delhi Sultans were finding, facing. And then sometimes they themselves, people like Alauddin Khilji, Muhammad Tughlaq, they themselves went to South India, captured certain regions, okay, during this short period of their rules. Okay, these are few points for your food for thought. So Delhi Sultan, they did not control large part of the subcontinent. They found it difficult to handle Bengal, South India, because it is very distant. And more importantly, local small rulers, they started becoming powerful, and they themselves, the rulers like Alauddin Khilji, Muhammad Tughlaq, they themselves went to those areas, South India, Bengal, etc., to establish control in those areas. Okay, and that did not happen for long, just few years. That's it. Okay, now guys, even last time, last session, I was telling you that Mongols from Afghanistan, right? Mongols from Afghanistan were giving trouble to the Delhi Sultanates. Remember that? Yes. So now Mongols under Genghis Khan, his name is Genghis Khan, invaded Transoxlana in East Iran in 1219. That is exactly when their rule started. Remember, 13th century is when their rule started. So when their rule started, that was the time the Delhi Sultanate was very weak. That was when it was evolving. It was just starting, right? So Mongols under Genghis Khan invaded Transoxlana in northeastern Iran. Hey guys, now, so initially when we dealt with, what did we hold on a second. So Delhi Sultanate faced their attacks soon after that when the Mongols came in, right? So Mongol attacks were always troublesome for both Khiljis and Tughlaqs during their periods. When they were ruling, Mongols were giving a lot of trouble, and typically they were from Afghanistan region. Okay. Yes. And this forced the two rulers to create a huge standing army. Clear? What is happening? Hi Arnav, I do remember you. Mobilize is organize, get together and create a huge. That is what is mobilization. Quickly arranging or organizing. That's called mobilizing. Clear? So Mongol attacks, typically the crux of that slide was Mongol attacks were very troublesome for Khaljis and Tughlaqs. Simple. Now, what was the style of work with respect to Khalji and Tughlaq? Now, Khalji during the rule, so a little few, few excerpts from Khalji's rule and Tughlaq's rule. Let's quickly look at it. When it comes to Khalji, guys, remember during Khalji's rule, Delhi was attacked twice. However, when the Mongols were attacking Delhi during Tughlaq's rule, before that Tughlaq has created a huge army. So they were able to defeat Mongols. Who? Tughlaq, Muhammad Tughlaq successfully defeated the Mongols. Okay, Khalji, at that time they were really struggling. And however, once they understood that the Mongols were eyeing their territory, the invasion, even Khalji started preparing and mobilizing a huge army. So both Khalji as well as Tughlaq, they started creating a huge army. All of you should understand this. Praveen, both are same. Okay. Now, constructed a new. So Khalji, what did he do? He created a garrison town. What is called garrison? Guys, do you remember what is called garrison? Yesterday only we saw. Let me see how many of you say. Chieftains are rulers of small areas or owners of small areas. Who was asking that? Nitu, I hope you got it now. Razia was also one of the heirs, one of the daughters. Okay. Minahi Siraj, right? He has written clearly that initially he thought Razia was better than his brothers and he gave her the throne. But then he thought, no, it is against the will of God. Women cannot rule. So he removed her. Got it? Dethroned. Just 4 years Razia Sultana ruling. Garrison is not just a place, Narinder. Garrison is not just a place where people are trained. It is a fortified settlement where people are also given military practice with protection of military. Okay. So Alauddin Khalji created a new garrison town called Siri. Is it not? Beautiful. So similarly at this side, Tughlaq, oldest of the 4 cities, you call Delhi-i-Kuna. Delhi-i-Kuna was emptied of its residents and the soldiers started creating their own, it's called garrisoning. They garrisoned there. They created that setup. In Delhi, Kuna, all the residents were sent out and the soldiers took over. So residents of the old city, they were sent to Daulatabad. Remember which place were the residents sent to? It was called the old Delhi city. It's called Daulatabad. So under Alauddin Khalji, 2 very common things. Both faced Mongolian battle and both created huge armies. Clear? Okay, now a few more for your thoughts. Alauddin Khalji, he did not have plans for his soldiers. Soldiers have to be fed from the state's revenue. So the produce collected as tax from the land, the cultivation that was happening around Ganga and Yamuna. Under Alauddin Khalji's rule, huge tax was collected under the lands that were, that were cultivated around Ganga and Yamuna. So tax was 50% of the produce of the peasants under Khalji. However, under Tughlaq, alright, the produce whatever they are getting, right, that itself was used to feed the army. So they didn't collect any money and all, but they said whatever you are paying, you give us 50, your produce to feed our soldiers. Okay, but that was not enough. So to meet the needs of soldiers, they had to levy additional taxes, Tughlaqs. And this coincided with the famine in that area. There was a lot of drought. People could not get even little, food at all. Okay. So that is the reason a lot of taxes were levied to generate more revenue. So Khalji and Tughlaq. Khalji chose to pay his salary in cash. Right. Tughlaq also paid salary in cash. Both Khilji and Tughlaq, they paid salary in cash. Okay. Khilji had complete domination, control over the price of goods in Delhi. Whatever is the price that is being determined, it was under the control of Khilji. However, alright, he created currencies. Tughlaq created currencies. My dear kids, remember this. Tughlaq created currencies which were like tokens. And they were made out of very cheap metals. They created currencies. Tughlaq, remember that. So prices were carefully surveyed in Khilji, and people saved their gold and silver coins, paid all their taxes with this token currency. So Tughlaq created the currency system, Khilji did not. Clear? Right. Now one more, this is the final. With respect to Khilji and Tughlaq, Khilji's style of administration was quite successful. Tughlaq's administrative measures were failures. And people, whoever wrote about Khilji, they praised him, his rule, because the prices, his planning was so better that the prices of goods, he had control of the prices, right? The prices of goods were very cheap in the market. Okay, and he was able to withstand the threat to a great extent. Tughlaq's administrative measures were a failure. His campaign to Kashmir was a disaster. Didn't work well. Shifting of people to Daulatabad for the soldiers to occupy, right, the city, that was a bad move. Now let me see. My dear kids, okay. Sorry guys. The rising of taxes and famine in Ganga Yamuna belt, it started creating a group of protesters. Okay, because they started taking all the produce, levying heavy taxes from all the cultivation that was done in the Ganga Yamuna belt. The token currency system also, Tughlaq tried, implemented, didn't work out. The currency system that he brought. My dear kids, lot of information is there, so you have to slowly digest it, go through it again. You can't try and learn this in one shot. Don't do it. Okay. Overall, if you look at it, Khilji's method of style of ruling was much effective than Tughlaq. That is the summary. Right. The last part before we get into Menti, for a very short period of time. Very short period of time. The Sultanate in 15th and 16th century, after the Tughlaqs, remember the first time Sayyid and Lodi dynasties, they ruled Delhi and Agra till 1526. Very short period it was. By then Jaunpur, Bengal, Malwa, Gujarat, Rajasthan, all of them, they were out of the rule and they had independent rulers. Okay. So remember that once the Sultanate, they themselves did not have complete control, and after them, when the Sayyid Lodi dynasty started ruling Delhi and Agra, South India, Jaunpur, Bengal, everyone became very independent. Gujarat, Rajasthan. So because of which, this exactly was the period when new rulers like Rajputs, Afghans, they started coming into existence. When? 15th, 16th centuries. Remember this. Okay, so Sayyid and Lodis until 1526 they did, or most of the states which were in the control of the Sultanate, they started having independent rulers, and this is the time when others like other dynasties like Rajputs, Afghans started expanding. Pranjal, sir, what do you mean by independent rulers? Say, if you look at, I'll give you a small example. Every small area, you call them as like, every small region had its own independent king. Generally, you will find that Delhi, the Sultanate or an empire will have a huge region under them. These were not like that. Every small region, small city, small state, they had their own kings. That is what we mean by independent rulers. Okay, they had complete control of that land. They were the kings or the rulers of that land. Clear, Pranjal? Hi, gamer. Gary, it's not garrison. Garrison. Garrison means it's a fortified settlement protection. For protect, generally soldiers will be there. Military training. It is completely, castled. Let me use that word. Any area which is completely castled, it's called a garrison. It's a area under the complete control of the military or the soldiers. Okay. Sher Suri's rule. Let's speak about Sher Shah Suri. He started as a manager of Bihar, and slowly he defeated Humayun, or the famous Humayun, Mughal emperor. He defeated Humayun and he ruled for only 15 years, 1540 to 1555. And however, during that 50 years, the Suri dynasty introduced his system of administration was far effective. Alright, and it had certain features of the Khilji dynasty. And Sher Shah Suri was looked as a role model, and even the great emperor Akbar started following him. So 15 years, 1540 to 1555, he started as a manager of Bihar, but then he eventually defeated the Mughal emperor Humayun, took control. Okay guys, my dear kids, there are a lot of things that we dealt with. What did we deal with? The land, the administration and the consolidation of the lands we saw, right? Number one. Then what are the features of the Khilji, Alauddin Khilji and Tughlaq dynasties? What was the style of their rule? What were the challenges they faced? And what were the different measures they implemented? Like Tughlaq implemented a currency system. Whether did it work? No. Or both of them created an army. So they stopped the Mongol invasion, etc. So we dealt with this in detail. Now after that, we also saw how the Sayyid and Lodi dynasties ruled till 1526, Delhi till 1526, after which Sher Shah Suri ruled it for 15 years. But his rule was remembered, and even the great emperor Akbar followed his style of administration many places. Kids, are you clear till this? I think I have given you loads and loads of information. Till this, are you pretty clear? You know what? You will be clear only when you go through this again and again and again. At least 3-4 times. Make notes. Remember data points. Create mnemonics for data points. And that's how it's going to enter here. Done? Sanjay Sani. I will be live every day. Sneha, not much to explain in this slide. After the Tughlaqs went, right, the Sayyid and Lodi dynasty was there. After 1526, it was Sher Shah Suri who took over the rule in 1540. 15 years who ruled really well. His style of administration was similar to Khilji, but it was more efficient than Khilji. Even certain things what he implemented was followed by the great emperor Akbar. Simple. Guys, moving on to Menti now. If everyone is clear, give me a yo. We will jump into Menti. Guys, I think I gave you so many chieftains or owners or rulers of small areas. Very small. Pranjal, are you clear? Superb. Hey Pranjal, just now I said, again you are asking me. Both were successful, both Khilji and successful. Saharsh, Both Khilji and Tughlaqs were successful against Mongols. But under Tughlaqs, Mongols were defeated and sent out. But Khilji was trying to stop them. That's it. Both of them had created huge armies. Harsh Sharma, what is your doubt? Wow, Sudiksha, keep it up, beta. Hi. Alright guys, moving on to Menti now. For people who are new, you have to open a new tab. Don't close the current YouTube. Open a new tab. Type www.menti.com, M-E-N-T-I, menti.com. And once you type in, it will ask you for a code. Menti, M-E-N-T-I, menti.com. It will ask you for a code. The code for today's Menti is 183170. I repeat, 183170. Okay. So guys, now we will start the first question now. You guys have to be ready. Okay. So I am going to start it in 30 seconds time. Come on, be all gunned and geared, be ready. Alright, time is running, starting the quiz. Time is up. Guys, first question on your screens now. And the question is, which among the following was a kind of tax during Delhi Sultanate? Kharaj, tax on cattle, tax on houses, all of these. Careful, careful, don't think it is too easy. You might slip. Careful. Hey guys, not bad. You remember all the three kinds of taxes, right? Superb. Guys, Kharaj is nothing but getting that produce, right? Produce from the peasants. That's Kharaj. Tax on cattle, tax on houses. All three. 181 of you got this right. Superb to see that. So now, after first question, Imran, Arushi, Durga Shri, Mr. Advait and others. Top 5. Ashrita, Rushi, Yantrika, Homer and Mayank. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Question number 2. On your screens now. So Imran is at the top. Kharaj was type of tax on my God, just now I said. Houses, trade, cattle, cultivation. Which one was that? Hey guys, come on. Just now I said. There is no way you guys can miss it. Good, good, good. That's my boys and girls. Cultivation. 168 of you got this right. So after 2 questions, where do we stand with respect to the leaderboard? Durga Shri, well at the top. Wow. Arushi, number 2. Advait at number 2. Others 3. Arushi 4. Rushi number 5. Harshil, Aap, Yantrika, Srinidhi and Big Brain. Guys, 6 to 10. So now, question number 3 on your screens. Which Mughal emperor followed Sher Shah Suri's idea of administration? Humayun, Akbar, Babur, Aurangzeb. Yes, it is. Gaming with Aram? Yes, it is. Guidance point, ask your question. Time is running, time is running. 3 questions are about to be over. How many of you chose option B? Good. Guys, we just saw, right? How can you choose Humayun and all? We said Humayun was defeated. 175 of you got this right. Superb. Now, after 3 questions, let us see. Wow, Durga Shri is well at the top, followed by Advait, Adarsh, Aap, Rushi, Arushi, Harshal, Yantrika, Srinidhi, Big Brain. 7, 8, 9, 10. Durga Shri at the top. Question number 4. Who introduced token currency? Was it the Khaljis or the Tughlaqs? Muhammad Tughlaq, Alauddin Khalji, Razia, Iltutmish. Let me see. Time is running. Who introduced token currency? Tughlaq, Khalji, Razia, Iltutmish. 210 of you got this right. Muhammad Tughlaq. This side we had Khalji, that side we had Tughlaq. Remember? Good, good, good. Many of you got it right this time. So, wow. Durga Shri, Advait, Menti King Adarsh, Rushi, Arushi at number 4, I'm sorry. Rushi at number 5. Harshal, Yantrika, Srinidhi, Vidyashankar and Big Brain. 6 to 10. Now, question number 5 on your screens. What was the duty of the muqtis? To handle accounts, to collect taxes, to lead military campaigns? None of these. Now, I'm kind of curious to see. Hi Tanmay, put in your doubt beta. Guys, muqtis, Iqtadars muqtis. What was their duty? Accounts, taxes, military campaigns? Not any among this. None of these. Time is up. How many of you chose option C? Come on guys. Alright, we started the session with this, right? When we spoke about administration and consolidation, this is how we started. Guys, I want you to be on your toes and listen well. Here we go. So, after 5 questions, Durga Shri, wow, at the top. Advait number 2, Adarsh 3, Rushi number 4, Arushi 5, top 5. Vidyashankar, Srinidhi, Jignasha, Mangan Lebe and Bhagya. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kids, question number 6. My dear guidance point, please type your doubts one after the other, no problem. Hashtag Shiksha, whatever is your doubt. We will get them answered even after the session. Who constructed garrison town called Siri? Was it Aibak, Alauddin Khalji, Balban, Iltutmish? Let me see. Okay, Shubham, nice question, Shubham. Khalji, yes, most of you got it right. Superb. Guys, question from Shubham is, what is the difference between tax and revenue? Okay, revenue can be anything. Right, tax is one form of revenue. Are you getting me? Tax is the amount collected, all right, from the peasants or anyone for that matter for using something. They are using the land, they give tax, and that tax is a revenue for me. You understand the difference? So similarly, if some shop owners are giving me some, some money, I am getting some rent. That is another revenue for me. Rent can be a revenue, tax can be a revenue. Revenue is overall the money that I am receiving. Okay, even donations can be revenue. Revenue is overall the money that I am receiving. However, tax is something that is coming for usage of a particular service. I levy a tax on some service. Simple. Clear? So now Alauddin Khilji constructed the garrison town called Siri. Now after 6 questions, hey Stampy, I told so many times guys, they are the small rulers, chieftains. Durga Shri still at the top, others number 2, Advait number 3, Rushi 4 and Arushi 5, top 5. Vidya Shankar, Srinidhi, Jejnasa, Bhagya and Soham. Next 5. Kids? Genghis Khan invaded Transoxlana in northeast Iran in what? Which year? Okay, let me see if you guys remember. 1219, 1218, 1291, 1281. Guys, we spoke about this as well at the beginning of the session today. I said 1219, 1218, 1291, 1281. Many of you got it right. 1219 it is. So guys, who is going to win the quiz today? Let us check. Looks like it is Durga Shri. Yup, wow. Durga Shri, well done. Keep it up. Many congratulations to you as well. 6973 points. Awesome. And not just Durga Shri guys. Advait, Adarsh, Arushi, Rushi, Vidya Shankar, Jyotirmayi, Neermanvi, Soham, Noor and Hiru. All you guys did an amazing job guys. All you guys are winners according to me. Keep it up. Doesn't matter, it's just a question of few points. All of you are winners, great job done. And people who could not do a great job. You feel that, my God, I tried my best, I could not get into the leaderboard. It's okay. Keep trying, you will. Guys, you just need to learn the knack of it. Then you will be able to get into it. Okay. Right, guys. So I hope it was a session with the exhaustive data points, right? So many things to remember about the Khilji and Tughlaq rules, the administration styles, Sayyid and Lodi dynasties, is it not? And at the end, Sher Shah Suris. What was the speciality of those 15 years of rule? He was just a manager of Bihar and then became the king, right? So if you like the video, my dear kids, do not forget to hit the like button, because that is the great source of motivation for me. And newcomers, I hope you like the session. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, very important. Thank you so much guys. At 8 o'clock, we have a very interesting session on Proverbs. An English grammar session on Proverbs at 8 o'clock with the quiz. Right? So I will meet you all at 8 p.m. today. Don't miss it, because it has nothing to do with grades. All you guys can join. Proverbs, it is English grammar today at 8 p.m. Until then, bye-bye guys. See you. Bye-bye. Hi Sanjay.